Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well. Hopefully give you pause and that moment to refresh. It's Tuesday. Here we are. Good morning, Beth. Welcome, welcome. You're the first one popping on today. Glad you are here. So I so appreciated yesterday's YEMIG reading that I want to do another one out of the same book, because I just think it's the call to where we need to be headed. And the more we share the information and talk about it, the better off we're going to be. So I did a podcast yesterday. Good morning, Barb. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. For my friend Kayleen Welsh. It's called Soul Up with Kayleen Welsh. And I believe she's posting it Friday. But we were talking about, she's into astrology. So we were talking about these times and what we're being called to and moving away from warlike language. You know that I'm all about that. Good morning, Nancy. Welcome. Good morning, good morning. So we had a really good conversation about some of the things that I had talked about yesterday on YEMIG, and so I thought we could continue that today. So I'm a little stuffy this morning because I had the window open last night. I just wanted the breeze, right? But yep, allergy season is upon us. So let's start with some breath, even though it's going to be stuffy. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Feels important to tap here. In through the nose, so it's by your baby finger. Good morning, Abigail. Glad you're here. Out through the mouth. Good morning, Angie. It was so nice to see you on Kayleen's call last night. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And this is just like our reset button. It's our reset button that cues our body. Okay, let's ratchet things down a bit. Let's breathe. Let's reorient. Let's ground through our feet. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's go here for a bit. And if you have another spot that you absolutely love, focus there. In through the nose, out through the mouth. All right. So again, as I said, we've got another little section from Rebecca Campbell. Your soul had a dream. Your life is it. How to be held by life when it feels like everything's falling apart. And this little section is called Slowing Down to the Pace of the Earth. So what I love about this is yesterday's message included parts about slowing down, and today's message includes parts about slowing down. And when I look back over my life, I feel like my 30s for sure were a whirlwind. They were such a blur because I was that person who jammed one more thing into each spare moment, and that means you aren't paying attention to the moment itself. So let's see what this has to say. Let's take a breath. Opening to receiving. Receptive to this message. What parts in here are for me? Good morning, Gwen. And if something grabs you, feel free to put it in the post. Slowing down to the pace of the earth. The mind and the soul have a speed of their own, especially for those of us who come in with a particular soul mission, and especially those whose mission feels time dependent. Like I said, someone at some point said to me, Bonnie, you don't have to figure it all out in this lifetime. And I was like, that was such a helpful awareness. I don't have to figure it all out in this lifetime. Especially those whose mission feels time dependent, which is perhaps all of us. It's easy to burn out, to feel like time's running out. And it is running out, but not in the way we think. Time is running out for us to slow down, to reconnect with the spirit of life and sink back in with the cycles of the earth. The urgency we may feel is both true and false. True in that we must wake up and slow down to the pace of the earth. And when we were agrarian, when we grew stuff, we worked at the pace of the earth. It was natural. It came easily. Now, not so much. Not so much. True in that we must wake up and slow down to the pace of the earth. False in that toxic capitalism has got us so out of sync with the rhythm of the earth that we've been hypnotized into a state of urgency, emergency, and dysregulation. And notice it's not saying throw out capitalism altogether. Toxic capitalism. Just as we're saying not throw out masculine, divine masculine altogether, to toxic masculine or toxic feminine. There's extremes of all of this stuff. We're looking for balance. We're looking for regulation. We're looking for centeredness, groundedness, etc. And sometimes parsing that out takes some effort on our part. It's something that we inherited, and we must wake up to it before it's too late. For us, not for the earth. For the earth will find her way. The question is, will humanity? Good morning, Mel. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Your presence here matters. Hear that again. Your presence here matters. The potency of your energy and life force matters. So if you're getting depleted, if you're feeling wrung out by life, time to recalibrate, time to ground, time to commune with Mother Nature until you right yourself, until you're aligned. That's why I'm taking a 4-day sabbatical. No screens, very little. I mean, there's like next to nothing there in terms of signal. Yay! I'll probably take one book and my journal, and that's it. No card decks, no nothing. Just me and nature. Just me with me. Play the long game, not the short one. Your soul chose to be here, on this planet, at this time, in this body. And while you're here, you form a part of Earth's cycles and rhythms. Think about that. Think about that. You are an integral part of how things are flowing right now. If you resist the ebb and flow of nature, the intelligent pulse, I love that, the intelligent pulse, the ever-changing seasons, inner and outer, you'll be made to slow down eventually. No kidding. That car accident, that, yes, just one book, that injury, that illness, whatever it is, that loss of job, that whatever the universe allows to bring you back into, wait a minute, something's amok here. We have dis-ease in some way or another. Paying attention to that dis-ease. What is it trying to tell me? What message have I not been picking up on? Be curious. Whether through burnout or disconnection from your life force, you will be made to slow down eventually. So many of us are hurting right now, experiencing the deep healing that's required of us as a species. So many of us are processing the sickness of our society, being so disconnected from the spirit of life. Don't underestimate the rebellious act that is reconnecting with the spirit of life. Don't underestimate the revolutionary act of slowing down to the pace of the earth. Don't underestimate the ability of nature and life to find creative solutions. I love that. I love that when I'm willing to be in tune with the universe. And so we'll say, I'm looking for some guidance on X. I'm looking for a solution to Y. Do that right before I'm going to bed, and in the morning something's present. Or within a day or two, something's present. Something shows up that wasn't there before, that wasn't on the radar screen, but now is evident. Let's see here. Because you are a part of nature and a part of life, be open to being a vessel for those solutions. We're the conduit. We're the conduit for solutions. When we reconnect with the spirit of life and let it move through you, you're walking your sacred path. This is the way of the mystic. Again, the way of the mystic isn't la la la, rainbows and sunshine. It can be this deep dive into discernment. It can be a labored walk, but it's a walk nonetheless. And we're walking with nature. We're walking with the universe, walking with our ancestors, our angels, our guides, to discover what's next. What's next? When you reconnect with the spirit of life and let it move through you, you're walking your sacred path. This is the way of the mystic. This is living in alignment with the intelligent pulse of life. Right now, would you say we're living in alignment with the intelligent pulse of life? Not so much. Look for those who are. They're out there. They're absolutely out there. Do they get a lot of fanfare and press time? Absolutely not. Because that's not what it's about. But if you choose to open your eyes and you choose to see who's truly out there walking with the rhythm of the universe, they're there. They are there. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome. Glad you're here. When you feel you're not doing enough, when you tell yourself that it's not okay to rest, know that you hold a thread for the healing of humanity. And acting on that, I can't rest, I need to get one more thing done, I need to jam in one more appointment, I need to not take time to read or take time to be or take time to go for a walk or to bake or to do the things I love to do. What are you doing to the thread of humanity that you're holding? You are a steward for this thread of humanity. The more you take care of you, the more you're taking care of that thread through which you're caring for humanity. Different way to look at it. Important way to look at it. Slowing down, regulating our nervous systems in a world that's stuck in a state of emergency is a revolutionary act. Can you see how when you don't do the Chicken Little thing, the sky is falling, and you're at peace, regardless of what's going on around you, you're going to become a safe haven for yourself, a safe haven for others. They come to you to regulate their nervous system. Teach them how to regulate their nervous system. Take a breath. Even just one deep breath begins to center things, right? Regulating our nervous systems will heal more than we could ever imagine, for when we do so, we reconnect with the Great Mother's heartbeat. We become a safe haven. Here it is. We become a safe haven to which others can flock and co-regulate. When someone's dysregulated around you, it is your job, your mission, your duty, should you choose to accept it, to stay regulated yourself. Don't dysregulate with them. That's not helpful to them or to you. Stay as centered as you can be. Stay as grounded as you can be. Take nice deep breaths. Yes, walking with your angels, walking with the rhythm of the universe. Breathing yourself into groundedness. Notice that they have a hard time maintaining their, the sky is falling, when you stay regulated. That's the service you provide. That's the gift you give yourself and them, not going dysregulated with them. That doesn't help anything, okay? The more we ignore the warning signs to slow down, the more brittle we'll become. And the more we'll need to rely on things and substances outside of our true nature just to survive, let alone thrive. And I'm going to make the case that we cannot thrive through external means, that it has to come from within us. And you may be thinking, oh my God, I'm so depleted, there's nothing within to pull on. There's a clear message. Time to do something different, like maybe not doing at all, maybe just being. Thank you guys for putting the things into the feed that are resonating for you. Let's take a breath. And you may notice that sometimes when you're around people, and if you say to them, well, let's just take a breath together, sometimes people will resist that. Why? Because there's an addictive quality to chicken littling. The sky is falling, the sky is falling. There's something addictive to that. Gets your whole system ramped up, right? So if you sense that the person who's dysregulated is not going to be receptive to your attentiveness to re-regulating, like let's take a breath together, or how about if we go for a walk, or any of that stuff, just focus on your own breathing. I'll share a story with that. I was doing a training for the advanced level of Psych K, which is an energy-based method for change. And the instructor was working with someone who was on a table and was highly dysregulated. And he was allowing the process to continue, and she wasn't able to re-regulate. So he pulled me aside and he said, I want you to just go stand over there and just deep breathe. Do a box breath, do a 4 in, 4 out. Just breathe. Close your eyes. Don't attend to what's going on here. Just breathe. Within minutes, she regulated. Me staying grounded, me breathing on behalf of the work they were doing, re-regulated her. So if you have someone who absolutely refuses to join you in regulating, you regulate, you breathe. It's like you're breathing on their behalf. I'm breathing to keep myself grounded and centered. I'm sending some of that energy to them. If they take it, great. If they don't, that's fine. But you work on being grounded. You stay grounded. And the more I use the word work on it, to begin with, it may feel like work. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. The easier it becomes. You will naturally fall into a regulated breath when someone else is dysregulated. All right, let's see where we are. It's no secret that the Earth's out of balance right now because of humanity. This is Rebecca talking. I also believe it's out of balance because we've forgotten the sacred laws of the Earth, the sacred laws of life, the sacred laws of the cosmos, because we've forgotten or been disconnected from the sacred rhythmic pulse of this planet. We've used our intellect. We have created, we've produced, we've invented beyond imagination, right? But have we done all that from heart and soul? I would say no. I would say no. I would say, had we done all of that from heart and soul, we would be in a vastly different place than we are right now. So bringing the heart and soul to all of this change, to development, to innovation. Think about all of the technology stuff, AI. Think about AI with heart and soul. How much better would AI be coming from heart and soul? So we can impart heart and soul on AI. It's infiltrating our lives. It's showing up all over the place. Put heart and soul on it. Put heart and soul on it. Whatever's here that you're thinking, man, I think we might have been better without this, just put heart and soul on it. Bless it with heart and soul. Because we've forgotten or been disconnected from the sacred rhythmic pulse of this planet, of nature itself, which is why by reconnecting to nature and its cycles, we will find our way back to a state of balance, both for ourselves and the planet. The earth itself, without humanity, knows how to regenerate, recorrect, rebalance, replenish, rebirth. Did we not see that during the beginnings of COVID? When everyone was freaked out and locked down and not traveling and all the things, the world began to heal herself. the sky cleared. I can't remember which city it is, but they were able to see a mountain they had not been able to see in generations. Mother Earth can heal herself well. We need to heal ourselves because we're the ones having the dis-ease effect on Mother Earth. The Earth wants to support us in remembering that we know how to do this. It will regulate you if you let it. It will nourish you if you let it. It will replenish you if you let it. But there will come a point when, if we don't wake up to it, it will be too late. This is also the urgency many of us feel. Please don't mistake it for the other urgency. So here are our soul inquiry questions for today. There are 2 of them. I like the second one. First one is, at what speed are you currently traveling? Are you traveling at the speed of the earth? Are you traveling at the speed of nature? Are you traveling at the speed of seasons? Or not? Second question is, what's one thing you can do to slow down to the pace of the earth? What's one thing you can do to slow down to the pace of the earth? And I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've been consciously the last little while, yes, vegetation takes off. The flowers that come up in the cracks in the pavement, I really think we need to do with much less pavement. We'll get there. But yeah, I've been talking slower. Historically, I'm a rapid talker. I want to slow that down. I want to slow that down for several reasons. One is it helps our nervous system, mine included, regulate. 2 is, as we get older, we don't process speech as quickly as we used to. So speaking slower makes it easier for those of us who are older to process what someone else is saying. So I'm slowing it down. You'll notice at times that I catch myself because I'll get ramped up and I'll start going and then I'll bring it back down. That's what I'm practicing. That's one of the things I'm practicing. That's one of the things I can do to slow down to the pace of the earth. What are some other things? Please put them in the feed. Thank you for putting the question in there, Abigail. I appreciate that. Answer the question, please, you guys. There's 6 of you on here, me here too, up to 100 or so who will watch this after the fact. Please put one thing that you can do to slow down to the pace of the earth in our feed. And what it'll become is a resource for all of us. Even if we just take 1, 2, 3 ideas and run with them. Awesome. Awesome. So that is our section for today, slowing down to the pace of the earth. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I'd love to hear what was a new idea for you. I'd love to hear how it felt to think about, maybe I'm moving too fast. Maybe there's too much on my plate. Maybe I will choose to slow things down. So that's it for Tuesday. Have an awesome Tuesday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Love you guys. Bye-bye.